Welcome to Ikasan Online Tutorials. My name is Michael Stewart, and today we're going to be talking about Ikasan Scheduler job locks. So in order to access the Scheduler dashboard, we click into the Scheduler icon in the left-hand menu of the Ikasan dashboard. That takes us through to the Scheduler dashboard screen, and from there we can click into the job plans. So I'm going to use my first job plan in order to demonstrate the job locks. So to access the job lock management screen, we click into the actions icon and we manage the job locks from the job locks management dialog. We've got one job lock defined as part of this job plan. It's called My First Job Lock, and it's got two jobs within it. Now, a job lock has a lock count associated with it, and each of the jobs that are part of that job lock also take out a number of locks when they run. So in this particular job lock, we have one job lock allocated to the entire lock group, and each of the jobs take out a single lock. So effectively, only one of these jobs can run at any point in time. So we go and have a look at where these jobs actually get executed. They're in this logical grouping here. So we've got job 2 and job 7. Effectively what we're saying is when this job executes, neither of these jobs can run at the same time. Only one of them can run at a point in time. So let's go and have a look at an instance of that running. I'm going to disable that job plan and re-enable it in order to create a new instance of it. We go into that running instance and we'll execute the 7 AM job to start that job plan running. So we go into our visualization screen. We can see that this upstream job is currently running, as denoted by the blue. And then we see that we've got jobs that are starting to run, and the pink denotes that this job is gone into a queued state while job 7 is running. You can see job 7 is completed, and now job 2 has started to run because the lock has been released. Once this entire lock group, logical group is complete, downstream jobs can start to execute. Now, I'm going to go back to our job plan screen, and I'm going to make some changes to our job lock. So what I'm going to do is add 2 more jobs to this lock group. I'm going to add this one and this one. We go and have a look at where these jobs are running. You can see now what I've done is added all 4 of these jobs to the lock group. So even though they're all supposed to run in parallel, I'm now enforcing a lock that only allows one of them to run at any point in time, and the rest of them will be queued waiting for that lock to be released before they can run. So let's go back over and disable and re-enable our job plan in order for those changes to take effect. So let's click into the instance that's been created. Once again, I will execute our 7 AM job to get the plan running, and we'll come in and have a look at our visualization screen and monitor what happens here now. You can see the upstream job is currently running. Now what's happened is 3 jobs have gone into a queued state and one of them is running. We can see as it completes, we should start to see others taking out the lock and starting to run. So this one's starting to run now. It's complete, and this one's starting to run now. It's complete, and now this one should take the lock and run. So while that one's running, I'll execute the file watcher job and that should satisfy that entire logical group, and now the downstream jobs can start to run. So you can see how I've modified the lock group there to incorporate more jobs, and it prevents all of those jobs from running in parallel now. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to reset that job plan because I want to show you a slightly different view on how we can monitor our job locks. So I'm going to start the 7 a.m. job again just to get this particular plan to run. We'll go up here and we'll select the job locks view here. So you can see here, this is showing our job lock, and currently there are no lock holders and there are no queued jobs. But now we can start to see a job's taken out the lock and these ones are in a queued state. So this view gets updated in real time as jobs execute and job locks get released. So if we just monitor that for a minute, we should see these jobs sort of start to cycle through from being in a queued state to actually taking the lock and running. And eventually the lock group should be cleared and the plan continue to run beyond that. And there we have it. All of the jobs that were in that lock group are now complete. And once again, if we were to execute this file watcher job, downstream jobs will then subsequently run. Jobs that are part of a lock can exist in any child job plan within a parent. So these jobs, although they're very closely related to one another here, we could have jobs anywhere in our job plan that could be part of a lock group, and we could prevent them from running in parallel. Sort of use cases that we might see we want to do that is potentially they're hitting the same shared data set, and we want to enforce the fact that multiple different jobs can't affect that underlying data set. Or we might have jobs that consume heavy resource intensive jobs, and we want to protect the underlying infrastructure from running out of resources when executing those jobs in parallel. So hopefully that's cleared up some of the concepts around job locks within the Ikasan scheduler. Thank you very much for joining me today, and we'll see you in the next video.